Good morning. So I don't know what I have work-wise today, but I got work. So I got done the vehicle yesterday, the 3-liter Duramax. That was a pain in the ass. I underestimated the job because I originally thought that they paid 2.4 plus 3 for the as far as like warranty time, basically 0.3 to Diag and 2.4 to do the job. But that's on the other engine. This is LM2, I believe, and on this one, it's the diesel engine. You gotta, it's a pain in the ass to get out. No need to explain. It's all worth every bit of 8.7 hours plus the 0.3 to Diag. So let's just make it around a total of 9 hours. It was worth every goddamn minute. So on this 3/4 ton, I'm going to be, because they came in here with a problem that they were having like problems with like shifting and whatever it had put on the repair order. I don't want to get into details too much because, you know me, I'm finna do my job. I ain't really finna just chit chat too much unless I want to just talk my shit. So yeah, they had an issue with the transmission saying that it wasn't operating or shifting correctly or whatever. So when I got it, I found that it was transmission leaking fluid on the ground, and it was obvious. So I went under there, verified the color. Then I put the truck up in the air. I was able to see that the transmission cooler lines took a shit. And someone previously from here, a mechanic, GM Tech, did work to this, and I believe they did some engine or transmission work, probably transmission work, whatever it was. We gotta put some transmission cooler lines in it. I can't prove nothing at this point, so at this, it's warranty. So let's get some gloves on. All right, first, get this shield off. You need to be careful when doing any type of work. When you're dealing with lines, mostly all lines that are metal, aluminum, whatever the line is, mostly aluminum, we don't want them rubbing up against nothing because the friction will create a hole. It will wear it down to, it's nothing to wear it down anymore. So there's a flat spot with a hole on the line. That happened to me one time when me and my boy was on our way back from, we went to Texas. We drove to Texas in my 2000 Chevy Suburban. The one, if you go back in my videos, you'll see that I rebuilt the transmission. But I rebuilt it twice. I never saw that I showed that I rebuilt it the second time. But when I rebuilt the transmission, well, how it, basically the line was rubbing up against something, and I saw that, and I didn't think that it would, you know, make the friction would create a hole in the line. So driving back, luckily I was able to make it back. I noticed the leak like way back in like Virginia or I forget that state, Kentucky or something like that. I don't know. All I know was when we got to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, then the smoke just started going everywhere on the highway, and I literally had to drive home and only had first and second gear, and my 3/4 gear blew out, and it was a disaster. So do not let lines rub up against each other. Don't do that. All right, switching to the GoPro camera. Even though I don't want to use the GoPro camera, but I'm going to use it for you because I have to get in a small spot that my oversized camera can't fit in, and it's just worth using this one. So what happened is, this is the transmission line right here, and it runs, obviously, if we can follow that line, you'll know where it go. Assuming back to the radiator, right? Because that's where the transmission cooler is. This line, you see it leaking from here, but if I push this line down just like that, so at this connection point right here, basically it created a hole in the transmission line from friction, from rubbing on the oil cooler line. So this is the oil cooler line, and let me move the light out the way so we can better see so it ain't as bright. I gotta make sure that's leaking, but I'm sure it ain't leaking. I'm sure it's just the only the transmission fluid line that's leaking. So the vibration, it rubbing up against the oil cooler lines, created a hole in the transmission line, and for that I gotta replace this. I want to show you all in all that needs to come out so we can see. If I can get this light over here, let's see if we can get that up in there. We're going to take out the line that goes back to the oil pump on the transmission. There's one 13mm bolt that you're going to remove. There's a gasket on the back side of it
make sure you change the gasket. They didn't give me a new one, so I'll be sure to make them give me a new one. Although I believe that the replacement one might come with one. That I could be wrong, but it looks like I'm right. There's a gasket on here for me to use, so I'm good. So let's go back. So we're gonna take the bolt off. You're gonna lose fluid. That's normal. Follow the line, because there is a 50mm bolt, like with a bracket set up. Disconnect that and follow this line straight forward. There's another bolt right here. I'm sorry, the light might just be in your way, but there's another bolt right there that looks like a 10mm that's going to come off of a bracket, and you can see where the line splits at, where it runs over here, and there's another line that runs the opposite way right up here. So all in all, you just follow your route. Remember how it was, since I showed you how it lays out in the video. You should be able to do the job without having too much of a problem, and we do have room to get this out versus the later models. They usually give us problems removing the transmission cooler lines or engine cooler lines, but for the most part, I'm able to show you guys that it can be done without doing too much. I know you guys won't be able to hear me, but I'll do things best as I could, and I hope that I get all the angles and everything. If not, you know, you're gonna have to use your imagination. So I'm gonna start at here, at the location where the line connects to the flange for the oil pump, like, you know, the passageway basically. And I know I'm supposed to separate the lines from the radiator, but since I already had the truck up in the air, I'm just gonna go ahead and start removing things from the bottom, and then lower the vehicle back again and worry about disconnecting those quick fittings, or they not really quick fittings, but those fittings that run along for the radiator. So let's get this bolt out, and I'm going to stick the bolt right here, and should be able to just like that. Oil is going to spill, but that's totally fine. We do have pick mats here. I usually don't care too much about an oil spill because I got remedies for it. Put those pick mats down there. Now I do need to clean out my floor, but I'm not going to stress myself over that either. I'm going to get this 15mm bell housing bolt off. Stick that right over here, and you'll notice how this line is flappy. That's a good thing. I'm going to go back over here, and there's a 10mm bolt that, or nut, let me get my light up in here, that I need to disconnect, remove, do one of the things. If I can get this light, here we go. It's over here. So now the line is completely like loose, so I just need to worry about the end connections from both sides of the cooler. All right, let's get this hood popped open. One of the things I'm doing right now is separating the, why is there a bolt just sitting here? I guess I put that back there and mind my business. But I'm taking off the upper radiator support brackets. Why? The ones with the bushings, so that way I can get the radiator to come back some, because there is a 13mm bolt that runs in the back. So there's a bolt there. It's not like one of those clips that you pick out, those horseshoe clips. So in this case, we don't have to worry about it, and I'm glad for that. And then you should be able to move the radiator with ease, just like that. I didn't need a swivel, but I was able to get it free. I don't know why the hell they designed it this way, but that's what the hell he did. So I'm going to finish removing the bolt and then slide the line out. You should be able to come out without a problem. All right, there's the bolt. Let me set this off here for a second. Put this there too as well, and then you should be able to just pull the line out. Oh, there's another bolt I need to remove as well. I forgot. I'm sorry. That's down here. Actually, it's this guy on the box right here where I'm pointing the light at right here. So there's a 10mm bolt. I'm going to get in there with my gun and back that off, and then I should be able to remove the line. I feel like I lied about which one I got to take off. It's not this one right here. There is another one. If you go far down more, look like right below it, you'll be able to see it. And I don't like to back the bolt out too much in case it falls. I'll just leave a couple threads left and then finish it off by hand. This one is stuck in the bracket. So it does come on. I thought it stayed with the bracket itself, but that's good. So now I should be able to finesse this line just like this, and remember how it was, because that's how you're going to install. So I'm going to leave just like this, and there's also another one that follows on that side. All right, I'm at the point of trying to remove this the shroud for the fan. Why? So that way I got enough room, and I need to get the camera down and to get in the last transmission cooler line. I need to get that out. So I ended up removing this fan shroud. While I'm removing it so that way I can get a good camera view, but mostly there's another line down in here that's a pain in the ass to get the horseshoe clips out. So this fan shroud is held in by literally 4 plastic riveted pushing clips. You have one right here, and then 2 down on the sides. It's the traditional style that they've been running with for the last 20 years, I guess. So I am not going to throw this one, but I will put this on the ground. So there's a clip down at the bottom. You won't be able to see it where I'm flashing the light at. If you follow the line, just use your goddamn imagination. And I'm not going down there and I'm not taking a picture for you, because you should be able to use your imagination. And this video really applies for people who are mechanically inclined. So I know at least the job won't be too much of a problem for you, because you can do the job. You're designed to do the job. So getting this one clip out, which is a pain in the ass. And it look like I'm almost out. All right, I got it. And it would be this guy right here. If I just place it down right there, you'll see where it is. And don't lose this, because this is, sometimes it might be hard for you to get another one. So I stick that up in there. And now I'm able to just pull a line out. If it comes out. Act like you don't want to do nothing. There we go. I know I tore skin in this glove. I probably did, and it hurts too. So for the most part, I can pull a line out.
All right, I'm at the point of getting this out. I guess I just need to start yanking on this a little bit. I'm gonna try to come from back here. Don't be yanking on it too hard. If you see that it's in your way, just reroute it and then attempt it again. So you're gonna have transmission fluid leaking, of course. To do this job without a lift, sure as hell would be a pain in the ass. But that's not a problem for me, that's a problem for you. I mean, I can see myself doing this at my garage without a problem. It looks like I just need to get this other goddamn line. Let's try this bullshit again. So I believe I got it, and I probably got shit all on my damn hands or whatever, but it's cool. It's crazy, I rejected the uniform. They asked me for uniform, I want uniform. I told they asses no. Why? Because I got too much uniform as is from all of the jobs I work at. And that's good, I got transmission fluid on me. I hate that fluid on me. I hate this goddamn job. Alright, so start working in a goddamn doctor suit at this point. Doctor wear what they wear because of the blood. I should just wear what I wear because of the fluid. And be able to slide both of them out and stop heating up. And this is the transmission line. So that I throw on the ground. So the same way you had removed everything, the same way I had removed it, you just go backwards, flip it back, go back and install it the same way. Make sure you remember how it was routed. how you took it out, because it will be hard for you. The hardest part dealing with lines that are long like this or stuff like belts, you always lose your like the route basically. So if you know the routing of it, you can get through it in no time. Good thing I had made a video, because I can always go back and just replay the footage. And that's it, that concludes this job. So I'll be sure to put in the description everything, the year, make and model, engine size, all that, transmission, cooler lines. This video, you might not see it to the next couple of years, because ain't nobody really working on these goddamn trucks like that. That's all. Follow my Instagram. I'll be on TikTok. I'm building on my TikTok, and I'm working on my Instagram. Any car questions, anything you got to ask me, goddamn ask me, and I'll see your asses.